Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 5 of season 7 of Legends of Tomorrow. The gang is continuing to wreak havoc across the timeline from this interference in this bar, as well as this mob boss whose girlfriend was this performing artist who was on this rise. They prevented her eventual death, which in and of itself is a heroic thing to do. But again, they're just changing time. And I get what they're doing, but eventually they're going to have to kind of come back and fix some of this stuff because as I appreciate like what they were doing with it, it's just like, my gosh, man, they cannot get through an easy time here as they're going through all of this. And of course, J. Edgar Hoover's robot catches up with them at this party they're throwing to try to generate revenue and hype for this bar that they, endangered by just kind of providing them with their own liquor and all this stuff during these prohibition times. And it got things with the protection on the streets a little bit shady and shaky. But as overall, it was a really fun episode. I really liked the episode in general. But guys, we're just going to go ahead and get into this one. There's not a whole lot to retread from that. If you want to check out the reaction for that one to hear a little bit more, go check that out. But guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction to these episodes, as always, you can check them out over on Patreon, or become a member here on the channel, gets you access to those as well. Trying to get a full-time editor. I've gotten some help with some of the videos for now, and it's definitely taken a lot of the load off my shoulders on some cases. But if we can work towards getting help with all of them, that would be a huge help. And we can look towards expanding into some other projects, some other shows that maybe you guys have been suggesting I check out. It's just, we just kind of play it by ear. But another way, if that's not a way you can support the channel, is simply by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the videos, because helping these videos get plenty of engagement really helps them out, because it tells YouTube we need to put some more eyes on this channel and these videos. So it's just one way you can help me out with that. But guys, that down and out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this episode. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached our destination. Welcome to New York City.
We're finally in New York.
Legends! We made it!
Thanks, we heard you the first time.
Nate and Zari aren't coming?
Why are you so concerned?
I'm not concerned. I'm just, emotionally invested in their love story.
Okay, first we gotta find Dr. Gwen Davies, so let's get a city map, yeah?
I still don't understand how advanced of a time machine or time travel technology they'd be able to get here, because obviously time travel didn't get its start here, as in effective, usable time travel. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Where are you kids from?
Oh, we're just tourists from Canada, eh?
Bullet blondes, not sisters, but still wanted.
You're outlaws, and I'm gonna stop you.
Jeez, man, they're just like, now that Sarah's got this like immortality and healing and all that jazz, like they're just shooting the shit out of her this season.
Wow, you mastered that Hoover tech real quick.
In fact, see this blue chip? We have chips like this all over the wave.
Huh. You think maybe Bishop is sending this thing?
You deserve a break.
Where'd you get donuts?
John's attic. Kidding. Gary stole him off the train.
Ah,
Sounds more like a patriot to me.
Can we mute him? I can't deal with his negative energy right now.
American hero. Sounds like some...
Located Edison Labs, where Davies worked when he came up with the foundation for time travel.
Just get us his research, and we'll use our future knowledge to build what he's come up with, and then we can time travel out of 1925.
So that's the plan.
If someone recognizes us again and decides to take a shot, I'm the only one who's going to be able to survive that.
Davies is the father of time travel. If you mess up his timeline, no amount of IOUs in the world can fix it.
You got to come back and reset everything anywhere. Who cares at this point? You fucked up so much.
Blue, Time Bureau manual didn't have a picture of him.
There he is.
But if I had to guess, I'd say that guy.
Looks familiar. Kind of like Mick, but with hair?
I was thinking more of a young Stein.
Wow. Good job, guys.
Excuse me, thank you.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Did you get it?
It was not subtle or sly at all.
Spooner!
What is the problema? Why can't you just bring us some good luck, man? Is there someone up there? Hello?
Now this rock will bring us good luck.
Oh, Ray, you can do that?
Why didn't you do that at all before?
How long to build a time ship?
Davies' instructions are really thorough. I'd say 4, no, 5.
Weeks?
Years.
Years.
You're asking us to build a time machine.
And at least we have an unlimited supply of booze.
After you ninja Davies' files back into his apartment.
And then I'm getting liquored up. And we'll build your time machine for you. Or you'll build it for us.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that though.
I love scavenger hunts because I love giving myself to all things. Games, people.
Did you and Gary hook up? I won't be mad. No footprints, remember?
We could wait 5 years for the Tarazis to build a time machine that may or may not work. No offense.
None taken.
Slightly offended.
I miss Zari, OG.
I'm actually in the middle of trying to break my own record driving from LA to New York.
Well, the fastest route to New York is south on Highway 15 till it merges with Highway 40.
Just have a Lucky Rock all the time.
They want your opinion on which of these projects is best. Oh, this came straight from Edison himself. Tomorrow.
So weird seeing Matt Ryan as anybody other than Constantine.
I should be out there.
Sarah's gonna be fine. She's a half-alien ninja in a building full of scientists.
If you would just tell us who sent you and who blew up our Wave Rider, we could be rid of you. I did find a to-do list in his programming.
You pay for this.
It's gotta be Bishop.
Does that mean that the person that wants us dead is trying to protect the timeline?
Protecting the timeline is literally our job.
To get rid of you, protect time so that he can ensure that his plans and his life doesn't change as well. But he can get rid of you so his future will be safe.
Who's your supervisor?
Dr. Gwen Davies?
Davies? What project is this for?
Oh, it's a time travel project, of course.
Is what?
Have security meet me at Davies' office.
Probably not an approved project, I would assume. Edison was very controlling over anything that came out of his operation.
But you've been drafting blueprints at work and stealing company parts. Just let me complete it, Mr. Edison, please. You're terminated, Davies.
Well, there's their footprint.
You get your hands off me! You brutes! Get your hands off me!
Knock out Edison. Go, Sarah, go!
You could let us go and be hailed as the cop who gave Cannonball a police escort to the county line.
Let's get used to that county line.
They just completely left him. Where's their escort?
He made me realize that I've been using your totem as an excuse not to take the next step.
We are having that talk.
You started to have that talk like last season, but got interrupted by a bowling match.
I know a way for us to be together, and it's this place.
I think it's a great idea.
I saved you a bear claw.
Who loves you?
I'm trained to read people. That was a fine acting performance.
What the fuck?
I present the world's very first time machine.
Wait, Sarah, that means...
No. Where'd she?
Oh!
We're not gonna use the time machine?
No, we will, but we need Davies to install it and take his maiden voyage like history intended.
Wait, you're gonna break him out of a mental institution?
Yeah, I guess. We have to get those back from Edison.
Okay, it's a lot to do, but it's not impossible.
We have until 7 p.m.
It's a little more impossible.
We need him to get Davies' plans from Edison.
Why do they still have him in his uniform? Or his suit, rather, not his uniform.
I need to get you back to your apartment so you can use your time machine. Let's go.
I built my time machine for a sacred purpose.
Help! Intruder! Help!
Be quiet.
Yeah, get him.
If I help you save your person, you help me save mine.
And then wash your hands.
I was just about to destroy them.
Thank you very much. I came here for a... tax convention at 3 p.m. Retrieve the plan. I'm here for a tax convention. I'm here to tax convention.
Oh, great. They just killed Edison. They're killing all kinds of people, dude. They killed Hoover. They killed Edison. Jesus. This season's gonna have them unravel all of time.
I feel like I'm part of a family. Somehow, over the last 2 years, it feels like home.
That sounded like the Wave Rider. Another one? Oh, another Hoover bot and now an Edison bot.
We must remove my human body.
What the fuck? Gideon is the most adorable thing ever. He's gonna steal the car with Gideon in the back seat.
Thanks to our lucky rock. I must have left it inside the car.
And the rock's in the car. Ugh.
Still got time to beat my record.
Can't she just pick up another item, dirt, rock, something, and just make it lucky?
My divine mission is finally coming to fruitions.
Hey, man, I'm Barad. Sorry. I just feel like I know you. I mean, I'm showing in your apartment and using your glassware.
There's a lot of weird wordplay with it being Matt Ryan.
Edison's dead.
What?
So there's another Hoover bot and now Edison bot.
We did get the plans. You really do look familiar. Ray.
Oh my god. Mick, Ray, who was the other one they said too? Stein.
The final piece of the puzzle. It worked.
What matters is that we're back together again. Oh.
Ready to go home? Do another luck spell. Remember, we can still make it.
I can't. The spell was fake.
Aw.
There is no luck spell. I made it up.
It was a placebo. Okay.
We made our own luck, and we can keep making it. We have to do it fast because we only have 5 minutes to stop them.
How the hell?
Or do we stop everything?
They gonna cut like the power lines or something? Shut down the power to New York?
Who the heck are you?
I'm Gideon.
You got to the counter tree to get out of my new car. I'm gonna make you chew.
Get wrecked.
By my calculations, there's still enough time to save my friends.
Come on, Gideon.
We need to go somewhere we can get back to our time machine and find the rest of our crew.
Tahiti 2021.
We also killed Edison.
You what?
If you do a lightning spell to zap this tower with as much juice as you can, it should overwhelm the grid and cause a citywide blackout.
But if it doesn't happen, wouldn't that undo what happens today too? Or is it the surge that kills the legends?
And that's how I arrived here.
Oh, thank God.
How many bloody time travelers are there? I was supposed to die today, but by God's will, I didn't. There has to be another way.
Did you say CR055, a little blue chip the size of an eyeball? Precisely.
The robot.
Chip was in Hooverbot's head. Mahum.
I'm used to really tight spaces.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Here we come.
It worked. The little makeshift TARDIS worked. I think. Maybe.
I don't think this is Tahiti.
But where are we? We won't find out, I guess. Damn. That was a fun episode, man. I don't know what it is. Legends has been kind of on point. Other than the premiere. I really was meh about the premiere. But every episode since then, I've been quite enjoying it. I don't know. It's just fun. We're getting into a bunch of antics that make sense. It ties in. Some fun stuff happening. Some fun little journeys. Some fun rides. And some great little character moments in between. Matt Ryan's finally hit the scene as his new character, Gwen Davies. So I'm excited to see like how he fits in. Does he stick around? Is this a temporary role? Don't know. We'll find out, I guess, as things kind of evolve. Gideon is my favorite thing about this season so far. Human Gideon. Just her trying to figure things out, her just naivete, her innocence, her just personality. I love it. She's just well needed. OG Zari on the team. I'm always down for it. She's still my favorite Zari. I just like her dynamic in general with the team and them tinkering around with these bots who seemingly, it's got to be Bishop. I mean, it's got to be Bishop. I mean, who else? Who else would it be? Especially since they have a similar AI to Gideon. So I think it's like being controlled by Gideon, the version of Gideon that's trying to protect the timeline, but also this directive that is implanted by Bishop to specifically protect the timeline and kill the legends if possible. But they were able to overwrite that. And now they killed Edison and also Hoover at this point. So who else are they going to knock off throughout this? Are they even in 2021 right now? Did they actually make it to the destination they wanted to? Obviously, they didn't get to the physical location they wanted to, but did they get to the exact when they wanted to go? In that way, it is the first like blueprint for one of these things. I wouldn't imagine it would operate fully functionally. But also in the same way, I did mention it, like reference it being like a little makeshift TARDIS, kind of like the one Doctor made on the, I don't remember the name of the episode, but the one where the TARDIS also becomes a human in that episode. And he has to build his own, and it's really literally just the console floating around through the vortex. But also, like the TARDIS, it doesn't always take him where he wants to go, but necessarily takes them when and where he needs to go. So that's why he's always a little off, or sometimes they don't actually go to the place they want to go. So maybe this is a situation like that, or they just blundered, or it didn't work. Who knows? We'll just have to find out. It was a lot of fun seeing things play out. I like the Astro Luck thing, because I was like thinking like, why would you not just have one of these all the time? And it's because it was a placebo. I thought that in the back of my mind, but I really just kind of bought into it at this point. So I was like, I don't know. Because the things that happened there at the beginning, it was just like so fantastical, so unlikely that I just bought into it real quick, just like Spooner did. The bit with Matt Ryan and Sarah escaping that institute was a lot of fun too. Like him pretending to be what's a good way? Disturbed. Let's go with that, I guess. And, you know, taking her hostage, and how Sarah was just like, oh no, oh, he's crazy, ah! Like, their act was, like, hilariously adorable. I liked it. So who's he trying to save? A lost loved one or something like that? Is it going to be someone they can actually save, or will saving them disrupt the timeline? Because if they... It's got to be like an Ezra pulls them into the future thing, because they can't actually be alive throughout his early days. So he'd have to save them and bring them back to his present day so he can live out those days without interfering with the time stream. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. We'll see. Zari also is quite comfortable in the totem. Doesn't want to live outside of the totem with Nate. So I guess the conversation now, if I understood it correctly, is for Nate to move into the totem with her. Can he even do that? Because he's not a totem bearer. And I thought that was exclusive to those spirits. So how's that going to work? Don't know. Guess we'll find that out as well. Fun episode. Really dug this episode. What'd you think? Sound out the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. Links to that on my socials are down below as well. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, is on Patreon, or become a member here on the channel. Gets you access to it as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, and Jeffrey Hale. Thank you guys so much for your support, and everybody else who's tuned in. I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of Legends of Tomorrow. Take care, everybody.